Hello everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with me, Hema Subramanian. We can make several recipes with cauliflower, and today I'm going to share 4 wonderful cauliflower recipes that you can easily make at home, and they taste absolutely delicious. So let's get started and check them out. For the dum biryani, first we're going to cook the long grain basmati rice. To a pot of boiling water, add half teaspoon of salt. Next I'm adding 1 cup of basmati rice. Now this is a 250 ml cup measurement. I've soaked the basmati rice for about 30 minutes and cooked till it's 90% done. Just before turning off the stove, squeeze the juice of half lemon. This way the rice will be nice and fluffy. Strain the rice and keep it aside. I have all the ingredients for the biryani here. Next I'm going to make the marinade for the biryani. To a bowl, add 1 cup of fresh curd, 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, 2 teaspoons salt, 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, 4 teaspoons red chilli powder, 2 teaspoons cumin powder, 2 teaspoons coriander powder, 2 teaspoons garam masala powder. Next add 1 tablespoon of Kasuri Methi leaves. Now mix everything well. You can see the marinade is coming together so beautifully. Next I'm going to add all the vegetables into the marinade, starting with 1 medium-sized onion that's been thinly sliced, 3 green chilies chopped, 2 medium-sized tomatoes chopped, 1 large bowl of cauliflowers, 1 cup of fresh green peas. Now mix all the vegetables along with the marinade. Next, I'm adding 2 handfuls of the fried onions. You can see how beautifully they've been fried, nice and crispy. Next, add a few mint leaves and a few coriander leaves. Now mix everything well so that it's completely coated with the marinade. Let this sit for about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to add a few saffron strands to some warm milk. We'll be using that in the biryani. Let's start making the biryani. To a pot, add 1 tablespoon of oil and 1 tablespoon of ghee. Now add the marinated vegetables. Don't add any excess water. So there's enough moisture that comes from the tomatoes and the curd. We're just going to cook this for about 15 minutes till the cauliflower is completely cooked. You can see the vegetable is cooked beautifully. So at this point I'm going to check for seasoning. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. You can adjust the seasoning according to your taste. Now that the vegetable is cooked, remove a little bit of the vegetable mixture and keep it aside. So we're actually going to layer the biryani. So the first layer is the layer of vegetables. Next, add the cooked rice. Just spread it out evenly. Just add a teaspoon of ghee. Pour a little bit of the saffron milk. Add a handful of the fried onions. Add a few mint leaves and a few coriander leaves. Now repeat the same layering. Add the remaining vegetable mixture on top. Add the remaining rice, spread it out evenly. Add a teaspoon of ghee. Pour the remaining saffron milk. Add a handful of the fried onions, a few mint leaves. Next add a few coriander leaves. Close the pot and leave it on dum for about 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes you can see the biryani's come together so beautifully. The aroma is just simply amazing. Just gently mix it so all the rice is mixed along with the masala. And you can serve this delicious cauliflower dum biryani with some nice onion raita and some brinjal curry by the side. That's how I'm serving it. You can enjoy it however you like. Now you can see this is a very simple biryani to make. You can surprise your friends with this delicious biryani. which is just so quick and easy to make.
Cut the cauliflower into small florets. Heat a pot of water. Once it comes to a boil, add the cauliflowers into the hot water. Cook it for 2 minutes in hot water. Strain it and keep it aside. Transfer the blanched cauliflower to a bowl. Season it with salt, half teaspoon, chili powder, half teaspoon. Just toss it. Add 3 teaspoons of all-purpose flour or maida. Add 3 teaspoons of corn flour. Just toss it. Make sure the cauliflowers are coated with the flour mixture. Now let this sit for about 10 minutes. Then we're going to fry the cauliflowers. Deep fry the cauliflowers in batches till they are a nice golden brown color. Make sure you keep the flame on medium throughout the process. Take a wok. Add 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Next add 1 teaspoon of finely chopped ginger, 1 teaspoon of finely chopped garlic, 2 large green chilies finely chopped. Next add onion wedges, capsicum cut into large pieces. Saute the vegetables for about 5 minutes on medium flame. Add 1 teaspoon of vinegar. Add 2 teaspoons of light soy sauce, 3 teaspoons of red chili sauce. Add 3 teaspoons of green chili sauce, 2 teaspoons of tomato ketchup. Mix everything together. Finally, to kick up the spice, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of Szechuan sauce. I've dissolved 1 teaspoon of corn flour with a little water. I'm going to pour this. Just going to add a little water to get the sauce going. I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of sugar just to balance the flavors. So I have a very spicy sauce here. Check for seasoning before adding the fried cauliflowers. Once you've got the sauce ready, finally add the fried cauliflowers into the sauce. So make sure the sauce is not too runny. It should just be right, just enough to coat the cauliflowers. You can see the sauce has coated the cauliflowers beautifully. Now turn off the stove. Finally garnish it with some spring onion greens. Give it a quick mix and serve it immediately. It's best served when it's hot. I have taken 1 whole cauliflower. So just cut the cauliflowers. Don't make them too big. Just remove the center stem. So you can see they're pretty small. They're not too big. It's more of a bite size. For the cauliflower pakoda, first I'm going to blanch the cauliflowers. Take a small pot, add enough water. Once the water starts boiling, add a teaspoon of salt. Add the cut cauliflowers. Blanch the cauliflowers for about 2 to 3 minutes. After 2 minutes, turn off the stove. Strain the cauliflowers. To make the pakoda, next I'm going to mix the batter. For this, I've taken 1/2 cup of gram flour or besan, Next add quarter cup rice flour. Next add quarter cup of corn flour. To this add 1 teaspoon salt. So we're just going to add 2 teaspoons of chili powder. I'm using a pinch of the orange food coloring. This is optional. If you don't want, you don't have to add it. This is just to give a color to the pakoda. I'm going to add all the vegetables, starting with 1 onion that's been thinly sliced. Next 2 green chilies, finely chopped. 1 teaspoon ginger garlic paste. To this I'm going to add a little water and mix everything together. I'm going to add a little more water. Now you don't want to make it too watery or too runny. Add the cauliflowers. So make sure the cauliflowers are completely covered in the batter. So you can see I'm just mixing it all in. So now you can see it's coated nicely. Heat the oil for deep frying. Take a kadai, pour enough oil.
Once the oil is hot, gently drop the cauliflower pieces into the hot oil. Deep fry them on medium-low flame. Deep fry the pakoras till they're a nice golden brown color. The cauliflower pakoda is done. Take them out of the oil and serve them hot.
So for this aloo gobi curry, I've taken 1 medium-sized cauliflower and cut into nice large florets. 4 medium-sized potatoes, and make sure you cut into large pieces like this. So first I'm going to season the vegetables. Add half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon salt, and add 2 tablespoons chilli powder. So mix it all together. Make sure the vegetable is coated with the spice powders. So now you can see the vegetables are coated well. Let this sit for about 10 minutes. Next, take a nice white pan, pour about 2 tablespoons of oil. So I'm just going to lightly roast it. Just gently add the vegetables to the pan. I've roasted the vegetables for about 5 minutes on high flame. Turn off the stove. Keep the vegetables aside. To the same pan, add 2 tablespoons oil. Next, add all the whole spices. Some cinnamon, cloves, cardamom, bay leaf, fennel seeds and cumin seeds. Next, I'm adding 3 large onions chopped. Once the onions are transparent, add 3 large green chilies slit. Saute the onions till they're a nice golden brown color. Now the onions are nice and brown. To this I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. Saute for about a minute. Now I'm going to add 3 small tomatoes chopped. Saute the tomatoes for about 2 minutes. Now I'm going to add all the spice powders. Add half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon chilli powder, 2 teaspoons coriander powder, 2 teaspoons cumin powder. Mix everything. Once the tomatoes have become mushy, add the puree of 3 medium-sized tomatoes. After 2 minutes, once the raw smell goes, add about 2 cups of water. Bring the gravy to a boil. So you can see the curry is coming together beautifully. After about 5 minutes, add the roasted vegetables, that is the gobi and the aloo, the cauliflower and the potatoes. Look at the color, that looks absolutely gorgeous. Just give it a quick mix. I'm going to add another cup of water. Gently mix it and cook for about 10 minutes on medium flame. So after 10 minutes, if you see, the vegetables are cooked. Now I'm going to add half teaspoon of amchur powder. This is optional. 1 teaspoon garam masala powder. Just give it a quick mix. Next, add 1 teaspoon of Kasuri Methi. Just gently crush it and add it. At this point, you can check for seasoning, and if you need to add a bit of salt, you can add. Cook for another 5 minutes on low flame. So the vegetables are cooked, the oil has separated. The dhaba style aloo gobi curry is done. I'm going to finally finish off by adding 1 teaspoon of ghee and a few chopped coriander leaves.